Welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. This is for week 23 of the Premier League, and there's been a lot of games this week, a lot of results. Getting right into it, the first game up is Aston Villa and Arsenal. This is a massive game for both sides. Either side could win this game, although both lost the last game, with Villa getting hammered by West Ham and Arsenal losing to Wolves. You could say that Arsenal were unlucky to go down to 10 men, but they still lost the game. And with Villa, I'm not sure what Martinez was doing on those last two goals. He should have saved those attempts, but for some reason he couldn't keep them out. I think he's been so consistent this season that I think that was just a once-off. But Arsenal have been in better form recently, so they win this one 2-1. The next game up is Burnley and Brighton. This is a massive game for both sides to stay up in the Premier League. Another relegation battle game. Both sides have been in decent form recently, so you think that they both stay up, but the fight isn't over. Burnley were in good form recently, but what happened was that a couple of poor results, so their confidence might be knocked a bit. And Brighton have been outstanding the last month, really picking up a lot of points and climbing up the league table. They've been playing very, very impressively as well. I watched some of their games. Burnley should be the favourites in this one, playing at home, but I think Brighton wins this one 2-1. Next game up is Newcastle and Southampton. I can't remember two teams playing that weren't in the bottom three that were in such bad form. I think it's something like both sides have won one game in their last 9 or 10. It's absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, both sides really need the win. They really need to get their confidence back. But they're in such bad form, their confidence is on the floor. They're not going to really create many chances in this game, and I think it'll be a 0-0 result. Next game up is Fulham and West Ham. This is a 4-1 win to West Ham. There's not really much more to say about this other than the fact that West Ham are flying at the moment and Fulham are going down. Next game up is Man United and Everton. This is a massive game for both sides. You know, really, I was going to say more for Man United, but it's just as important for Everton because both sides are in the race to finish in the top four. You could say that Man United are in a title race if you want. Everton have been so impressive on the road recently that I think they have the best away record in the Premier League. That's how good they've been. And with Man United, obviously they destroyed Southampton last week, so they'll be high in confidence. Although, Southampton was so bad that I'm not sure you can really read too much into that result. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Next game up is Tottenham and West Brom. This is another massive game for both sides. I've been saying that a lot, but when we get to the second half of the season, every game becomes twice as important. And, Tottenham have been so bad recently. I know they still have to play Chelsea tomorrow, but they've been so bad recently that you're not confident with them going into any game. And with West Brom, they've been showing a lot of fight recently, scoring goals, trying to create chances. But they're going up against Spurs, so, you think they'll lose this one. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Wolves and Leicester. This will be a 3-0 win to Leicester. It's another result that, it's just a guaranteed win for Leicester. Wolves could win this game, but they have been shocking all season. And, I watched them play a few times, even against Arsenal. They went 2-1 up, and then they did nothing after that. You would think that playing against 10 men, that you would try and go on to score more goals and create chances, but it was almost as if they were afraid to do that. Almost as if they were afraid that if they went on to try and attack Arsenal, that they would concede a goal and, lose the points they had. But, I guess it goes to show just where they are right now in mentality, and I just can't see them winning this game. Next game up is Liverpool and Man City. This will be a 3-0 win to Man City. Although Liverpool is fourth right now and Man City is first, the contrast in these teams is massive. It is absolutely ridiculous. Man City are playing like a title-winning side, and Liverpool are playing like a bottom three side. I don't know how this has happened. I don't know why Liverpool are so bad at the moment. They obviously just lost to Brighton at home, and they lost to Burnley at home a couple of weeks ago as well. So they are playing some awful football. But then it's weird because they beat West Ham 3-1. So excuse me. So there is that, but that's probably just a one-off result. They're they're playing so bad that they might not even finish in the top four this season, and I think they're going to lose heavily to Man City as well. Next game up is Sheffield and Chelsea. This is a massive game for both sides. Obviously, Sheffield, they're fighting for their lives. They've had a couple of good results, and Chelsea having a change in manager. They're trying to get themselves going, playing a new system with changing plays and personnel. And Chelsea have gotten a couple of good results recently as well. Although they start to play Tottenham tomorrow, so there is that. And I think that obviously it's a tough game for both sides because Sheffield are fighting and Chelsea, they want to try and make the top four. But I think Chelsea squad is, a lot better than Sheffield's and they'll win it 2-0. Next game up is Leeds and Crystal Palace. Both sides aren't going to make the top four, and I don't think either side is going to get relegated, so it almost feels like a dead rubber game, but it's still a chance for teams to pick up points. Leeds had a very impressive win against Leicester a couple of games ago, but then they went and lost to Everton, so it's really hard to gauge what kind of performance they're going to put in against Palace. Although with Palace, they've been kind of more consistent. They've been picking up a lot of points, really showing what they can do. And yeah, the thing with Palace is that they have a very, very good run of fixtures coming up. And I just think that they're going to take full advantage, winning this one 2-1. And that's about it.